Well, some news just coming in indicates that angry youth at Bogame in the whole West District in the Volta region went on rampage, setting the district assembly vehicle ablaze and vandalizing properties. The DCE and staff of the assembly have to flee for their lives. We understand some journalists were nearly lynched, whilst the Ghana News Agency vehicle window glass was smashed. One journalist who was at the scene is currently on the line to tell us what really happened. Welcome to the Pulse, Lambert Ativo. Hello, Lambert. Lambert Ativo is a local journalist. I'm trying to talk to him to find out what happened. Tell us what happened. I mean, what is it that infuriated these young people so much to vandalize property and assault persons like yourself if you were assaulted?
Okay, this afternoon we had a report that the youth were on rampage at Bogame, ostensibly because the vehicle ran over a resident there and the person died. So we decided to follow up the story. Myself and the regional manager for Ghana News Agency and the reporter from Ghanaian Times, who are GG executives. So we got there and there was a gridlock on the road because that road is a major road that links the whole. The vehicles going to Hawkway, you use the route from Jolokwita to Hawkway and vice versa. So we were told that the road was blocked for over 2 hours after the person was run over. And we got there, we decided to take a shot of the gridlock, and from nowhere somebody hit the phone of one of the reporters in our vehicle, and the phone fell. So he got us to pick the phone, and the people were not happy that we are taking pictures of what is happening at the scene. So we moved out of the vehicle to look out for somebody to speak to know what the issue was before they were on rampage. You couldn't get anybody to speak to. The people were so hostile that they couldn't even acknowledge us as journalists, even though we introduced ourselves to them as such. One man came to us claiming he's a chief in the area, but he didn't invite, nobody invited us to come and cover anything, so we should go. So from there, the youth decided to chase us out of the place. And on our way back to the vehicle, we entered the vehicle, and then one of them came to hit the window screen of the pickup vehicle which we're traveling, and so it got broken. So we have to flee the area without getting any information. Actually, the real incident that happened there. On our way out of the community, we passed through the assembly, the new assembly premises, and we realized that a vehicle was on fire there. And then they also smashed the windows, the glass windows of the assembly offices there. They blocked the access road to the assembly, and we were told that this year and the staff have to flee the offices for their lives. So out of the time we got there, there was nobody at the assembly to speak to. So we found our way back to home. Later, before we were told that the incident was the person was run over by a vehicle belonging to the assembly, and the vehicle was being used by the Revenue Mobility Task Force of the assembly. They were in the town to collect some revenue from business operators in the town, and there was an altercation, and then it led to the incident. So as of now, we don't really know the actual cause of the incident.
But what we know for now, for sure, is that one person is dead and was run over by a vehicle, correct?
Yes, one person was run over by a vehicle belonging to assembly.
And that's why they said the assembly. So there's a vehicle in the pictures we see that has been burnt down. Is that a vehicle belonging to the assembly?
Yes, when the incident happened, we were told the driver of the vehicle, the assembly vehicle, he sped up from the town, sensing danger. So the youth mobilized and went to the assembly premises just a few meters away. And there was another vehicle parked in the premises there, and they set that vehicle ablaze. And then they vandalized the windows to the assembly offices.
Right. As we speak now, has the police made any arrests?
As of now, we haven't received any communication of the police. I must say that when we got there, there was a team of policemen there. But the fact is that the police were outnumbered by the crowd, the people, the mob there. They couldn't have done so much. So all that they were doing was just direct traffic.
Right.
That was what they were doing. But they couldn't have done anything much about the situation because the people were too many and they couldn't have controlled them.
We'll follow up the story, find out where the district assembly officials are and whether or not any of them were hit. Lambert, thank you so much. Lambert Ativo is a local journalist in the whole West District, where some youth have vandalized and put on fire a vehicle belonging to the district assembly. They've actually broken windows of the assembly's vehicle because they allege that the vehicle being driven by a driver of the assembly ran over someone and killed the person.